Hi, I'm Paulino IFBB Bikini Pro 2013 Miss Bikini International, and today I'm going to show you my glute workout. Do you want to know about my glutes? Well, I love training them. It's not something I've always had. I had to build glutes. I was always very skinny before I started competing, no nothing. So when I train them, I make sure that I train them like any other body part, you know, focus, as if I was training legs or shoulders or whatever. I mean, it's a big muscle, and so you gotta give it all you got. I train glutes about 3 times a week. Every week it's different. Reps, sets, exercises. I make sure that it keeps changing. If I'm not supersetting, I usually rest about 20 to 30 seconds. With glutes, I don't train too heavy because then regardless of what glute exercise you're doing, you tend to hit your quads or hamstrings, and I really don't need any more muscle there, so I have to be very careful not to train too heavy with glutes, but I also don't want to train too light. I want to make sure to tone everything and keep them growing, so. I train pretty fast for a couple of reasons. I like to keep my heart rate up. I like to sweat. If I don't sweat, I feel as if I didn't work out. And also, what I've found is training faster just shapes your muscles prettier. I do bikini, I compete in bikini, and so our muscles have to be long, lean, pretty muscle. And I feel that training fast helps with that. I run a lot just to keep my legs down. So cardio-wise, I like to do, once in a while, I like to do the stepper, making sure I'm pushing with my heels so I don't hit my quads. And that's another reason why when I train glutes, I have to really focus on hitting that muscle because I can lose it very easily because I run so much. Hyperextensions, that's the first one that I do. It hits your hamstrings a little bit. You'll feel it in the glutes and definitely your lower back. I use weights to make it a little bit harder. When you do this exercise, make sure to go all the way down, and then when you come all the way up, you want to squeeze your glutes and kind of lean back on your lower back to make sure you target those areas. The second exercise that I do, I place a stability ball on top of a bench. You need balance for this one, so make sure you're okay with that. Keep your legs straight, bring your legs all the way up. Squeeze the glutes and your lower back. The higher you come up, the more you're gonna feel it. That's a great exercise for tightening everything up also. And the last one I do in this superset is the butt blaster, which we all know, and I'm sure all you women love. This one, if you have an issue with really muscular legs and you wanna bring them down, don't go too heavy on it because it's gonna hit your quads regardless. So make sure you're pushing with your heel and you're bringing it far back as you can. The second exercise I do is a superset of cable kickbacks and cable adductors. It hits different parts of your glutes. So when I do the cable kickback, I like to put my body parallel to the floor and kick my legs up as high as I can. That way you're targeting the upper part of your glutes. And when I do the hip adductors, I make sure to also bring my legs up as high as I can, and that shapes the sides of your glutes. So it makes everything nice and round, and you can actually see it from the front. The last superset that I did was at the Smith machine, and I also supersetted it with the Bosu ball. The Smith machine, I did glutes to the floor. When you do this, you want to make sure you watch your knees. Make sure your form is good. You want to bring your butt as low as you can to the ground and push it back up. On the Smith machine, when I do the glutes all the way down to the floor exercise, I put them a little bit more in front of me, so not exactly 90 degrees, just a little bit forward. That way it hits my glutes more rather than my legs. You can do this exercise narrow, you can do this exercise wide. I did it wide because I That's just what I chose to do, but I do them narrow, shoulder width apart. It's gonna hit your glutes regardless, but it'll hit in different areas. This one, I feel it more in the center of my glutes and the outside. When you do the bosu ball, it's all about just bringing your butt back and going down as low as you can. Make sure you are feeling it in the right areas, which is your glutes on both exercises. So all in all, when performing these exercises, just make sure to push with your heels. You want to concentrate on the glutes because that's what you're training. So push with your heels, move fast, keep that heart rate up, shape those glutes, push, 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 push. You want to go hard, okay? Just because it's your butt, I mean, train it just like you would train shoulders, just like you would train legs, calves, abs. Put in the work and you're going to have these sexy glutes. You can show up in whatever bathing suit you want on the beach.